There you go. What do you expect out of Winnipeg this week?
I expect them to come out ready to play. I expect them to, come out and try to move the ball. Their offense, they kind of like explosion plays. They like to pound the rock. Hit the shots when they can. So it's going to take us to stand together, us playing without our eyes, and trying to get some pressure on the quarterback.
That's the biggest challenge about playing Brady Oliveira.
Man, he has a great O-line in front of him for one. That kind of makes it easier for a running back to hit the holes and things like that. But, he's a great back, great balance, great vision as well. So a lot of those holes and things like that the O-line makes for them, he sees it and he's ready before the snap. So, like I said, man, we got to try to get them out of the run early, hit him early, and, try to just make it not a fun game for him.
What did you learn from the game in Montreal?
And it's a full 60-minute game, and we can't have little mistakes. You can't have little brain farts. You can't have any my bads, things like that. Man, the way this year is going, we got to be at our best, and we just got to play the best team football the way we can for a full 60 minutes.
So when you look at Winnipeg's defense, what do you see?
It's a really good group. They're a little bit younger than they were last year, but you can see they still have some of the same pieces, and they're just getting better. Every week on film, getting more chemistry. They're going to present a challenge just like they always do, and they have for years.
Talk about two groups specifically: defensive backs and offensive line. Cohesion is a big word. I think it's 2 games in a row you guys have had the same offensive line. How difficult is it for you knowing that guys are maybe not as comfortable as they are if they had played next to the same guy for a full year?
It's something that, it's part of the game. Unfortunately, honestly, when you can have the same offensive line group consistently over and over again throughout the season, you count yourself lucky. It's a really physical game. It's a physical place to be. There's bodies flying around, rolling around into people's knees and things like that. And so, you're just counting your blessings when you can roll out the same 5 offensive linemen week in and week out for an entire season. So, it's part of the game, and it's why these guys just are great pros. They do really well in practice, and they work together in the meeting rooms to try to be able to gel as much as they can, as quick as they can. The young guys, the more experience they get early on in the season, I think the better they'll be as an entire group, going down the stretch.
If there's one thing that the team's done outstandingly well this year, it's been the red zone production. What do you see that's working so well?
I think I've talked about it before. I feel like we're always just put in a really good position down there from a game plan perspective. I feel like we have a lot of really good answers and a good feel for what we're going to get. And we have the weapons to really capitalize down there. The different guys that have, the ability to go up there and get the ball and make tough contested catches like you need to in the red zone. And a couple guys that are really good at creating separation on their routes with their, agility, their quickness, and the deception underneath. Because it's not easy to create separation in a very confined area when the DBs know you can't go vertically down the field, and so they're kind of sitting on their route. So having guys like Dave, and Didi and things like that are really good, with their shiftiness and things like that, and their route running is great.